Hey everybody, this is just sort of an addition to anything you've already learned about sweeps. This is sort of, I was grading the bell work I did where there was like an H. Let me get rid of all the repeats of myself. I was grading the bell work where there had been like an H that I'd tried to draw, and I said, oh, look, something went wrong. I wanted it to sweep out the downward and then the over for the H, and it didn't work. Can you tell me what you think went wrong? And it had like the arch of the H was highlighted, and then there was a bigger arch sort of away from that. And so I wanted to show you what happened, and I also wanted to show you something cool that you may or may not know. I just did this. I went into this sketch, and I'd made a second H over here to show you something else. And look, if I click on like my circle here, and I use the commands of the keyboard for copy and paste, which is Control C, and then oops, let me hit Control V, and look, it's copied and pasted my little my circle, and I can use that again if I want to, or change the size of it, which I just did. Oops. But yeah, I copy and pasted and I put the other one over there, so you can do that. You can hit copy paste. You don't have to try to pattern or duplicate, translate any of this stuff. You can just copy paste. Command C, Command V, copy and paste. So here's what I've been trying to do. I was like, if I show them an H, I kind of want to ask a question about it. So I grab the profile, which I want, which is the circle here. And then on the sweep path, I'm going to go down. And at the bottom, I'm going to go up and over, and it's okay because, you know, it's going to have that weird pointy thing going on, and that's just it trying to justify itself. It's okay. Notice it's kind of at a weird angle at the end as well. That's also okay. I also wanted to show you that if I try to do that with, show me this thing again. If I try to do that with this H, I was going to show you that this is what wasn't working. I was going to say, oh, let me grab this this face here, and let me grab the sweep path, and that works just fine. But then when I go here, because it's going the exact same direction right there, there's no way for it to justify itself, and it overlaps a lot, and it's red, and it's not going to show up. It's just not going to happen. What I had accidentally done when I was doing that is, instead of clicking on the vertical line first, I just clicked on the arch, and what it did is it used that path that the arch had, and it took that profile and it swept it along in that direction. And so you can see, since this is not perpendicular to the bottom here, it's kind of made this sort of flat shape where the cross section over here is that circle. And see, it's kind of at the angle that the circle had been at compared to this circle, or the arch down here. And so it made that weird shape. And that's what it had done. I had just clicked on the arch instead, and it said, okay, you know what, I can do that. It gave me this little error. It says, for best results, please ensure the path intersects each profile or the plane that it's on at least. And yeah, okay, I can do that. If I click on this one second, it still is that. Okay. But anyways, that's just something nifty that happened, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. So you can theoretically draw and have profiles that are not touching that path. It'll follow along the path, but it doesn't have to touch the path. I'm going to go make a couple of concentric arcs. Here we go. And I'm going to make them start there, go over, and like that, and make sure that it's got the constraint that those are horizontal, and that's horizontal. Okay. And then I'm going to do some more arcs where I say, okay, center point arc, here we go. Center, point, point, center, point, point. Okay, so I can do that, and I can draw and make those. Or what I can do is, hold up. Green check that, that's cool. I'm going to make a couple like this. I'm going to say, look, on this, jeez. Also, I'm going to hide these so I don't see them. Well, I can't hide them. Make a new sketch, and I want it to intersect there, first of all. So a little tiny circle there. And then I'm going to do another little tiny circle here that's a little inwards, and a little tiny circle over here. Green, check it. That's sketch 4. If I take sketch 4 and sweep it along the path that's the arch, it'll actually take all 3 of those and sweep them over. That's one way you can get things that are evenly spaced. Like, even if you have a spline that's hard to replicate the exact shape of and the curvature, you can do that with a spline. I'm going to try that real quick. I'm going to make a spline of some sort over here. Sketch on the front plane. I'm going to get a spline. I'm going to have it start down here, and I'm going to make it do something here with not much curvature. Green check it. And I'm going to go ahead and make a sketch down here with little circles. Have them all in the same direction from each other. You know what I could do? Undo that. I'm going to click on the circle here. Let me look at it straight on so I can see what I'm doing. I click on the circle here. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it. Oh, and it pasted it right where I clicked. How cool is that? So I'm going to grab this and put it in line and paste another one and put it over here. Put it over here on the other side a little bit. Move this one in. Cool, cool. That's sketch 6. Let's take sketch 6, which is those 3, and let's sweep that along that path of the spline and see what happens. Oh, look at that. It's wavy and cool, and they all kind of match. And it's not exactly the same shape each time, but they all match curvatures nicely because it keeps it the same distance from the path. So the one that's on the outside, the sort of lighter orange one, that's the same distance from this center line that the circle is from that center point of the circle in the middle. So it's going to stay that same distance away. And so you have a wider arc here that goes on for longer, but it matches the curvature. It looks kind of cool. Anyways, that's all I wanted to tell you all about. That you don't have to have your profile touching the line. And if you don't, and you pick the wrong part, it might do weird things that you're not expecting it to do. But you might want a shape that looks like that. That has that sort of weird diagonal point on either end of it. Oops, I can't see it. There you go. Weird diagonal pointing on the ends, like that. You might want that. I don't know. You might not. Alright, that's it. See you guys later.